While hunger exists year-round, the stresses of delayed SNAP benefits, inflation, and the coming holidays mean families need help now. King 5 is kicking off its 25th annual Home Team Harvest food drive with community partners like Safeway, with a goal of raising $5 million for Northwest Harvest food programs. Managing food budgets while still cooking nutritious meals is not easy, but Safeway Chef Ambassador and New Day favorite, and my favorite, Joel Gamron, is back to show us how we can really stretch these dollars.
It's all about stretching, and it is a really scary time for people because they were really reliant on a lot of this assistance, this food assistance, and now that it's not there, how do you make the most of what you buy? And by the way, this goes for everyone who's not on food assistance. This is me. It's hard to get a good, wholesome meal on the table these days. Groceries are expensive.
Absolutely, and it's hard to meal prep too, but you've made it so easy because you went shopping once and we're cooking thrice.
Thrice, baby. We're doing it thrice, and I have to give kudos to Safeway, and this is why our partnership is so strong. They don't just give you unbelievable nutritious food, they're giving you techniques, inspiration on how to stretch that food. So let's talk about it. First things first, as a chef, when I go to the store, I use the Safeway for You app. Why? Why do we do that?
I mean, it organizes you.
Well, it does.
Right?
Yes,
kind of.
You can make a list on it, but you see what's on sale. And I think at a time like this, you want to start with, okay, well, what's marked down? What are we working with? What can I get a good deal on? So we went to the store and we saw chicken thighs. So I always choose a protein. We've got some beautiful chicken thighs. And then we saw things like sweet potatoes and onions and peppers. These are all things on sale. And so what I first do is I get home and I do 2 trays. I roast the protein. Sometimes this is like tofu or salmon.
Yeah.
And then the other tray is like vegetables. And we even kind of supplemented that with some white beans. So you can kind of roast up like a veggie tray and a protein tray. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Am I throwing that in at the same time in the oven? I can?
Yeah,
I can
a little olive oil, a little bit of your favorite seasoning. That's it.
Well, that
just
makes
kind
it
of
easy.
get it cooked, okay? That is step 1. And now it's like, I compare it to like your wardrobe. So now this is like a sweater, this is a nice pair of jeans, and you can kind of match it with different accessories.
Layer it in the Pacific Northwest. What are you going to do next? Okay.
So the first outfit we're going to celebrate here is we're making kind of this Mediterranean chicken bowl. So it's the same chicken thighs, the same veggies, but this time we just cooked up couscous, which costs so little, and it takes about 2 minutes. So this is not only saving you money, it's saving you time. So we cooked up some couscous. What I want you to do, Kelly, is just grab a spoon here, and it's just like, at this point, you come home from work and you just kind of start assembling. Do you want to take some of the spinach and just kind of go to the side? So it's all about kind of assembling a really beautiful kind of Mediterranean bowl.
Like
do you love a bowl?
Yes, for lunch, dinner, everything.
I'm all about it too. I love just kind of sitting on the couch and watching the news.
I'm watching TV and I'm eating my little bowl.
Exactly. So already we've got this great
that
couscous.
was easy.
Easy, right? And then you've got this really good tzatziki sauce, Open Nature. So this just goes right on top.
From Safeway too, that's all.
Yeah, this is Safeway's sauce, and it is insane. It's zippy.
I've never tried it. I'm excited.
Bright. You want to give it a little shot?
I'm going to.
Wouldn't you just eat that any day?
How much money did you spend with everything too? Like, what are we talking here?
So I don't know if we can do a
budget-wise?
zoom out shot, but everything on this table is $50. So $50 for 3 meals, and a lot of this will stretch for lunch too. How good is that?
That is phenomenal, and the tzatziki is so good too.
I know, it's very good. It's very bright.
I guess I wouldn't think too with like a little Greek bowl like that, you could still put in like the, sweet potato, like all of the flavors are all working.
Lean in, baby. Let's go. Okay, so now we've kind of had this Mediterranean vibe.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but in the week, I kind of get bored of like the same flavor. Like if I have pizza one night, I might want to do something completely different the next night.
That's why I was concerned when you're making chicken like one way and it can work with 3 ways.
You just gotta redress it.
Okay, what are we doing
then? So now we're kind of going Asian vibes. So they have this unbelievable peanut sauce. This has ginger and lime. So same chicken. This time we took some beautiful edamame that are frozen.
Yum.
And we cooked off normal spaghetti, but we tossed it with this peanut sauce, a little bit of the spinach.
Spaghetti?
Yeah, a little bit of spinach. So we just kind of mix this in. I'll just grab these tongs.
Okay.
So, and then I want you to mix. So we just cooked the spaghetti, tossed it in the peanut sauce, added the
Little
edamame, some scallion, a little bit of cilantro, and kind of mix that up.
A little bit of cilantro.
Let's go.
Hello.
I mean, you're not a cilantro
No,
fan?
I am, but you really,
I like it herby.
That cilantro.
I like it herby. Let's try this.
Okay.
I want to give this one a shot.
Wait, what about my sauce? Is the sauce already on?
Sauce is already on there, but let's give it a little douse.
Sorry, I'm a saucy gal. You gotta give me a lot of different ways.
I love it. And I think right now, listen, it is not just a busy time at home to get food on the table. Like we said, it's hard to stretch. So these meals take like less than 10 minutes to prepare once you've roasted your initial stuff.
Oh my gosh. And this partnership is so amazing with King 5, Northwest Harvest, especially with what's going on right now. So tell me about why it's so important to you.
Well, first of all, isn't that insane?
Oh, that's insane. That one's my favorite.
Okay, we've had two.
Well, I'm sorry. That sauce and I can't believe that's regular spaghetti like noodles too. That's so easy.
Yes. Well, this is why I'm passionate about it. At Homemade and with Safeway, as a chef, I know how to take really humble ingredients and make them taste really great.
So it tastes like restaurant quality.
Yes, and it's thanks to partners like you guys, where you give us the platform, and Safeway, the partnership, where we can reach people and teach them the same tools that a chef knows on how to make a chicken thigh sing, how to make beautiful red peppers sweet and kind of malleable, so you can make it to your own taste. So now moving on to our third. So you're obsessed.
I'm obsessed. I don't really want to leave the peanut sauce. I'm really shocked that
really good.
That's really good. But this is one of my all-time favorite meals.
Just like a chicken taco.
And like a burrito bowl, fajitas, all of it.
I'm a big burrito bowl guy too. I love that. Okay, so we've got just some tortillas here. We've got all the kind of accoutrement. So again, same vegetables. So do you want to load it up, Kelly?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then this one, a smart thing to do to really stretch your dollar is to lean into other sources of protein, like black beans, things like that, eggs. And so you mix that in to kind of stretch your meat, your chicken. So maybe by the end of the week, you have a little bit of chicken left and you want to stretch it with a couple of other things. Yeah,
I'm going in on what?
I'm going on sour cream.
I hope you like everything too.
I love it, yeah. And you can see colorful, bright, whole foods, totally nutritious, unbelievably good.
This would be like your meals for the entire week are all planned and figured out, and different cuisine too, so you're not tired of the same thing.
And you shouldn't be. And I think that a lot of people who are on food assistance or on a budget, which I am, a lot of us are, you can still eat beautifully. You can eat from around the world. You can just kind of redress things, rethink things. Cook it once, eat it thrice. It wins every time.
And you say again, the app is perfect to look at the sales. Obviously, everything is just a one-stop shop.
Yeah, when you don't use the Safeway For You app, it's like shopping blind. So it's like you're not taking advantage of the best things. So get inspired by what's on sale. That's where chefs start. We go to the market, we see what looks kind of good and what's kind of marked down. Maybe it's at the end of the season, and that's where our meal planning begins.
And does it also begin too with the protein? Is that what I should be thinking about too? Like, okay, Kelly, I want to have chicken tonight and then build my meal around that.
I like to start there. And if you're not a meat eater, you can start with a beautiful portobello. You can start with a gorgeous piece of tofu. Like, it doesn't have to be an animal protein, but I do like to kind of start there.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This is good. It's still my favorite. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. And to download that Safeway For You app so you can have this access and find everything about these great deals and ways to save money on groceries, make sure you download that right away. And there are several ways you can donate to Home Team Harvest online, in-store, while checking out at Safeway, as well as upcoming food drives in your community.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Safeway.